Okay, we are going to start Final Fantasy III Pixel Remaster. We finished Final Fantasy II, and it is time to move on. Let's get going here. Okay, we're back to being able to rename all of our characters. I know they gave them actual names on the 3D remake, but I guess they left it here. So I gotta pull up my keyboard because we can name them whatever we want. Let's see. I'm gonna go with my name for the main one. Let's see here. Which would be nice if it worked. Am I having trouble? Wait a minute here. No, I can do this. There we go. Wasn't getting focus on the keyboard. So, let's go with Alex for the first person. Yes, that's right. For the second person, we'll go with Mike. Let's go with some of the regular crew here. We'll go with Ken here. And we'll go with JT. I know they made one of the characters a woman in the, I guess, the 3D remake, but they're all, I think, pretty much genderless here. So, we're good to go. We got the full Twig game-centric crew. Oh, okay, this is different than... Into the silence, one of the Gulgans prophesies the great earthquake was only the beginning. So I remember you have to go meet him, because I did play the 3D remake on DS, and then I ended up playing it on, of all things, the Ouya. I was a early adopter pre-order of the Ouya, which was actually kind of fantastic at a time, a dedicated gaming, console-ish, at a time before the TV Android boxes were all the rage. So I actually really enjoyed what I used it for, but I really only played it for Final Fantasy and like one or two other titles before that system, disappeared and died and went buried. But what was cool about it was the only way to play, because I think that was an Android port or an iOS port. It was the only way to play the game in like 1080p at the time. Ouch, looks like we fell through a sinkhole. Okay, yeah, and in the 3D remake, it's a single character that goes through, and then you have to leave, and you eventually, you come back once you've gathered your party. So, this is sort of I guess a halfway between, in that it's adding a lot of the dialogue, but at the same time, we're getting the original style. Okay, so this was the first Final Fantasy that actually allowed you to attack each enemy, and if they died, it would move on to the next one. So obviously it's going to be in here. We're going over our heads. Let's go as fast as possible. So, let's take a quick look-see. We're all basically the same to start. So you can make that bigger. Good, you see everything. Okay, it's got the same quality of life upgrades. Another shield. So, there we go. And I know I played... This is probably out of the original 3, the one I played most recently because of the remake. So I'll be more familiar with it. And I wonder if they've made it so the grinding's easier. I think the encounter rate seems already a little lower than when I played it way back. I know we could change our row, but I'm not going to bother here. Status. Where are all the onion knights? Okay. And we'll go over to the right here because you can heal up there. I thought there was like a longsword here. Or maybe that's above when you go back in. They didn't tell you to take a sip in the original version, and I guess they had to explain, like, hey, why would you want to do that? Let's run around here for a minute and make sure that we're leveling up a little bit. Okay, we got a level. What's the next job? Let's see here. Next level 30 experience. Yeah, let's very quickly run through and get to level 4. Should be easy enough because we can heal right here. And it was a very smart move of them because in early Final Fantasies, you could die pretty quickly at the beginning of the game if you weren't careful, especially Final Fantasy 1 and 2. So putting a full healing pool here where it also revives KO'd enemies or KO'd members makes all the difference for sure. As I'm recording it, this right now, we're Friday night going into Saturday morning. Birdman and I are actually going to be recording the main show, main podcast early because he has a very busy weekend schedule. And that also will help give us time to get the show prepped. And we might be doing that more often. We usually record the main podcast on Sundays and have it prepped for Monday morning. But we may be doing some cases where we have to record on Fridays or Saturdays. Not a lot of regular news and weird news come in on Fridays and Saturdays anyway. Just so that we are not over swamped this year. That's the goal, is not overextend ourselves, not have every waking moment on the weekends have to be work related. Okay, looks like probably 2 more battles and we'll gain that level. right. Let's heal up. We'll see how much experience we have to go to the next level. 56, yeah, that's good. And then we can move on, because you can technically beat this at level 2, if I remember correctly, as long as you're like very vigilant. But we're just going to use the Arctic Winds, and that'll probably kill the boss in like 2 rounds. Because I think this is the RPG of the 3. Even though I own Final Fantasy 1 like and a card as a kid, I think I played this game the most, only because it was one of the very first games that was emulated back when, like, you know, we had no idea they were ever going to release it here. And I remember downloading Final Fantasy 2 and 3 in like 1999 using, you know, 56K modem, and that took, I think, 10, 15, 20 minutes to get a 256K ROM. And then I remember I was able to fit Nesticle, Final Fantasy 2 and 3 on a single floppy disk, and I even labeled it. Like, I put it on my shelf, like, here's my, you know, on my gaming shelf as a kid. Like, these games are on these discs forever. And then Final Fantasy 4, I got the translated version of 4, like of the official 4, not the. We never got the US type. Everybody thought was the easy type, but it was actually a modified easy type. But the original version that had like the dark command and some of that other stuff, and I guess like the uncensored elements and a much better English translated script, I downloaded that, and that just, I think, zipped up, just fit on a single floppy, and I couldn't get any more. And then I think Final Fantasy V, I don't remember if it was zipped up. It either just fit on a floppy disk when I was at my friend's house, or it didn't fit on the floppy disk, and maybe we had to split the zip file or the RAR file into 2 volumes and put it over 2 disks to bring it over. And that's how we played these imported games, when literally, like, importing them, you couldn't play them in English, and it was that gray area where it's like there was literally no plans for the company ever to release it in English, so none of us felt guilty about it. It was like an amazement and wonderment that we could even play the games to begin with, and we're just so happy somebody was translating it. And that was like the Wild West era of emulated games, right? Like, I think there had been maybe an MSX game or 2, like Snatcher or something, translated in like 96 or 95 or something, but we didn't have the internet. I didn't get the internet until 1998 or 99 when we got dial-up. And then we quickly moved, I think in the year 2000 or 2001, we got high-speed internet, which at the time was, friend had it, it was 6 megabit down. And I think when we got it, it was 8 or 10. 10 megabit down, and then I think it was 1 megabit up was the speed at the time. And that was a game changer, because, you know, obviously not having to keep your computers dialed in and taking up your landline phone, because, level up, nobody in our family had cell phones, right? They were way too expensive. So everything was on the landline. And when we got that cable internet, what was interesting was we were one of the first families, I know, like for a fact, most families in our area that did get high speed. You had your one computer hooked up to the modem. But my dad was always pretty good with being interested in new technology, and even though we didn't understand necessarily how it all worked, you know, we were like the first family to have a router. And my dad like drilled holes in the floor and in like closets and stuff, and we ran Ethernet cable to the basement. Had the main computer for the family. That was my parents' computer, but it could also be used like for the printer and for internet or whatever. And it was like the more, if you had to use like a webcam at the time, or if you had to do anything a little more businessy, that's where it was. And then my brother was too young at that point. I think he was 6 or 7. He didn't get a computer until he was 8 or 9. We got him one. But my dad made sure to, because I had dial-up in my room, and I had a 486 at that, and then I think I upgraded to a Pentium. No, it was a AMD K62 500. So I think that was like a Pentium 2 equivalent, maybe just below Pentium 3. And we got a network card in there, and my dad's like, well, you're gonna need it for school. And at that point, I'm getting into high school. They were probably like, hey, we just don't want you putting porn or anything, or putting games or viruses on our computers. You can have your computer, blah, 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 blah. And, if I was ever on too late, if I'd left the computer on, high-speed internet on too long, or I was up too late, all they would do, they're like, it's time for bed. And I was like, I don't want to go to bed. They would just literally, from their end downstairs at the router, unplug my cable. They're like, okay, you're done for the night. I'm like, okay. And that's how I knew it at the time when I was a kid. But yeah, let's go to let's do level 5. It's close enough. And so I was one of, like, we were not rich. Like, we were very, very poor. Like, it's amazing to me how well we did with how little we had. We would go to garage sales and get computer parts, or go to liquidated things, or my dad did renovation work for owners of student housing buildings and stuff, and when students would leave, they would literally throw away all the stuff, and they'd be like, yeah, you can take whatever you need. And we got like monitors and keyboards and computer parts, sometimes even a whole computer. We got a Pentium 3, basically a brand new computer, for free out of the garbage, because the owner was like, yeah, you can take it. To my dad, you did a good job, helping renovate this. You can just keep that, not realizing that it was like a $900 or $1,000 computer. And then, we'd sell that or take it for parts or whatever. So, and we, would fix up computers. We used to sell them back on, before Kijiji. We'd sell them in sometimes on Kijiji, but on like the Penny Saver magazine, we'd advertise it, because you could advertise, for $1. We'd advertise a computer, sell it for half the retail price, and that's how we'd end up paying for like small family like trips, vacations, and stuff to the cottage. But yeah, it's going a little off sidetrack there. But yeah, that's how I was one of the first kids I knew, in I think it was grade 8 or so when I had grade 8 or by grade 9 for sure. But it was like grade 8 when I had high-speed internet, I think. And I remember this. Statute of limitations is up on the whole Napster thing, but the very first thing that was ever downloaded from Napster in our household, because prior to that we would download MIDI files, and we would have MIDI listening parties as a family, and that playing in the background, because we were that kind of nerdy. But was my dad's friend, and like the father of a friend of mine, but also my dad's friend, came over and installed Napster for him back when we had dial-up. And what I remember laughing at was like the very first thing that my dad downloaded. I came home from school, and he's like, look what we got. First of all, it took like 3 hours to download. But what my dad got was the Bloodhound Gang's Bad Touch. And that's what he downloaded as an MP3, 128K a second MP3. And then we were playing it through the computers, because he's like, look what you can do. And I was like, a what? Because this was before Napster made the mainstream press. And I was like, what now? He's like, yeah, you can get whole songs. And we were lucky in that my dad was always tech savvy enough to know, you needed storage space. We didn't always have the most RAM in our computers, or like the highest end graphics cards or anything. But my dad made a point of like, we had, I think, his computer had, I think, a 10 gigabyte hard drive at the time, which, late 90s. That was a lot. A lot of people were still riding on like 6 gigs or 2 gigs. Like, people were still using Windows 95 computers. And he had that. And then my computer, it was either that year, or I think it was either that year or the year we got high-speed internet for Christmas. Either Christmas or my birthday. I know one of them I got a DVD drive, a slot-loading DVD drive, so that I could watch movies on my computer, because it was cheaper than getting a DVD player way cheaper than getting it for TV, like And we had a PlayStation 2, but that was the DVD player for us, for the whole house. And that was a way for me to watch movies, but also that's when we were finding out about, backing up movies and rips and that. And I was like, oh, I can back up my own home, like our movies, and I can watch them in my room, and then somebody else can be watching them downstairs. So that's where I learned, video conversion, editing, and everything. And one of the presents I got was, one for the birthday was the drive, and then I think it was Christmas later on that year. I got a 120 gig hard drive, and nobody I knew had that much. Like, we're talking every one of my friends, you could combine every hard drive together that they owned, and it would still be like 64 gigs. So I had the most. So I didn't have like the most games installed, even though I had a video card. I just had the most space for media. So I was taking all of our family CDs and ripping MP3s of them, and then burning those CDs on the DVD burn. It was a DVD reader and CD burner, and I would burn backups of all of our music onto MP3 CDs. Because then eventually, I think my dad got one of those 5 DVD changers for the home theater that also had MP3 CD support. So instead of, having 5 CDs that we could switch around in there, my dad could load it up with 5 burnt CDs of all of our music and have our entire music library that we owned in there. And all of that rambling that we're just talking about goes into that this was one of the first games that I played, and when we had very little storage and internet. And after getting the high speed, obviously that opened up wide to finding tons more games and stuff. So, Antarctic Wind. And then we're just going to attack. See, it's hinted that you need to use that. So, like, if you don't get the Antarctic Winds, you can beat the land turtle, or beat the turtle. But if you get them, you can beat the turtle at level 2 or level 1. Okay, you've been chosen. So instead of them shattering like in Final Fantasy V, they're just going to give us their light. Ooh. Cool. They added some neat effects here. All right, we got our jobs. I know in the remake, they don't even tell you what you get. You just sort of, it was very underwhelming how they produced it. The crystal glows softly, warriors of light. Oh. And it's nice, they did that for us here. Now, let's change our jobs. I think is it the Onion Knight that, they changed it to Freelancer later on, but I think the Onion Knight in this version, can equip any single item and weapon. But also, I think there's no job mastery in this, whereas in the 5th Final Fantasy, the more jobs you master, the more powerful the freelancer position becomes. So we're gonna go warrior. We'll just equip what we've got so far, just because we can. Mike's gonna go. My last playthrough, we did the red mage thing, and they're kind of useless in this game. Except they can equip, I think, the Weirbuster sword, but we're gonna go monk. And that's right. So it figures out that it's not worth having any weapon on them. So then we're gonna go there. And you're gonna go black mage. Double knife, yeah. So what we're gonna do now is something that I think a lot of people forgot you could do or didn't bother doing. Oh, I love the music. We're gonna go back into the dungeon because there's that floor above, and I think there's weapons in here that we won't have to buy. Wait a minute, what the hell was that? Is there a secret over there? Nice, and it shows on the map where it's gonna be. Good. I don't remember that being there. Maybe I always missed it in the original version. Okay, so yeah, let's go down. I think, because there's a pit you fall down in there, we'll just avoid that. And that pit just takes you exactly where we were. A potion out of that. Bronze bracers. Longsword. Sleep. I'm not somebody who ever plays Final Fantasy with status effects. Like, I never use status effect spells. So what do we got? Yeah. Like, I'm not going to use sleep, ever. So longsword. Longsword. Did we get anything I can use here? Now, I believe after a certain point, the hands get better without that. But let's just do this anyway. I'll give you the bronze bracers. I think that's it. So, that's some stuff that we won't have to buy. Now we go to town, and they're not going to recognize us. I guess they recognize us even though we're wearing weird clothes and look different. Okay, gave us a free item. So now we talk to our people. And they gave us a little background that she's like your mother or your adopted mother. One of the oh, they give backgrounds on all the characters. Understand the meaning of your chance. Your souls have been touched by light. You cannot let the strength you've been granted go to waste. You must depart at once and seal away the powers of darkness. Safe travels, my children. Okay. We can heal here for free. So there's no point. Like, you can go to inns and stuff, but if you can come back here at the beginning, you can get some free healing. Why you're a tenacious bunch. Find me here. Tell you what, I'll give you secret potion stash. Yeah. Free potions. Nothing else in there. Okay. So, it actually shows you the path as you find it. That's good. I forget, is there anything up here? I'm picking flowers. Yes, this is the game where they finally introduced the ability to find hidden items and in things other than chests. You should never leave home without a spell of cure. Someone deep shed in the thicket. Careful of those monsters. Okay, yeah, we'll get our cure spell from here. So down in here. See the candle for this right? It's actually a switch. So they use this area to teach you about the mechanics of the game. Leather armor, dagger, cure, leather armor, longsword. I don't think, is there anything else in here? No. So now we can equip, no. Dagger. What did I get? Longsword and 2 leather armors. Leather armor. Can you equip leather armor? You can. So, now we're gonna head back out. There might be something below us here. And a potion. So now we're gonna go get what other equipment we still need for these characters. And we'll go to the town to the south. Maybe there's... no, there's nothing in the brush there. What can we get? We'll get one more. Get 2 of those. I don't like using bows because this is a game where they introduced it where you can run out of ammo. I know it's great for back row fighting, but this game traditional levels, so the white mage will get powerful enough. Nunchaku. Staff. Plus, once they turn into sages, it won't matter. So 2 leather armors. Do we all have leather caps already? Really? Yeah. And a second bronze bracer. That's going to help them for sure. Nothing there. Oh yeah, that's right. Leather armor, leather armor. And bronze bracer. There we go. So now... that ain't half bad. So we'll sell what we have. Oh, wait a minute. Dagger. There we go. I didn't really need the echo herbs at this point. We do need cure. So, we're going to give cure. Again. And... thinking here. I think we'll just have one dedicated healer and one dedicated... because I know we can change... that is actually useful to have right now. So... because we went back to magic charges like the first game. Since the greatest breakdown of monsters. Okay. So, we'll go here and we'll get a couple items that we can use. We already have those eye drops. We'll just get enough to cover everybody once right now. She got to say, hadn't journey while she missed the first. Oh, okay. You can play the piano and give us a tune. Gold boulders blocking the way. Does it say here? Yes, dance time. Let's play that piano. Oh, am I going to get better as I go with this? Because in the 5th game, when you play the piano at each location, you get better and better, and then eventually you get like you get a trophy, or in the newer games, but like, or you get like a reward for mastering it. So we'll go to the next town. We'll make sure that if there's one in every town, or every town that we can get to, see if we get better. Yeah, we can stay for free. Nice. I wonder if that continues onward if we come back eventually with the airship and stuff. Nice. Sleepy, sleepy. When you touch this ow, ow, ow. Okay, so now we're leaving. And we're gonna go save first. Fight werewolf here. Nice. We'll gain one more level before we go into town there. Getting close. Can I make the world map bigger? I can. Good. What we want is some of the more powerful enemies. There's the boulder that's blocking the path. Got a free antidote. That's great at the beginning of the game here. One more fight should do it, as long as it's not with just goblins. Alright. We're good. Let's enter the town. Eek. I thought you might be ghosts. We're traveling west. You came out of this cursed town. Stay away from the end. It's full of ghosts. Alright, so I don't think we can buy anything yet. The Jin's Curse. Yeah, it's gonna be like that in all three. Seal Cave, Great Earthquake, now he's awakened. Ring. Yep, now we gotta... So this will be Sid. The second time we see Sid. Now, Sid you couldn't play as in the last game. He was an NPC who helped you out and then eventually gave you a ship. Yep, now he's told us where to get the ship so we can trigger that. And we can rest for free here because the inn's not operational. Got anything for me? No. But we'll do a quick save when we're out. There's a little cave in the back with mithril stuff in it, I think. I think you can get items from it already still. Potion. Outshot, hot, hot. I think it's... Yeah, we're gonna quick save here, because the enemies are harder in there. I think there's something you touch and it opens up a passageway. Is that it right there? I guess it won't work till they've told me about it, maybe? Yeah, I guess I can't do it until I've actually gone through. Okay, so... Airship. Get an airship right away, which is so different from the first two games. But you can't go over anything. And oh, it tells you where you can't land. That's good. So... Now we're going to go in here. After everything else goes, I was only spared because I was out on a mission at the time. If we had the mithril ring, we could be able to see the way the Jinn again. Because it's the only place where they cursed. But how can we hope to find the mithril ring now? So... This to me, all of us. What shall we do? Can't get there just yet. I think they're all going to say most of the same stuff. But I know there's secrets to get in here. Let's go see the Cursed King. But if you cure them... So yeah, this is the word introduced that you can use cure on the enemies. The White Slayers in the Western Castle wants a holy sword. Only a red mage can wield it. Yeah, that's right. That's the one reason to have a red mage. So you know what we're going to do? Did you say you also see the mithril ring will be ours. That's the only way. This has one. See if the cousin's one's present. No one found. Yeah, okay. So. What we're going to do is we're going to change JT's job to Red Mage because he can still cast stuff. And this way. Is there anything in here? I don't think so. I think we're too high. Nothing in this up here, but there is stuff down here. So we'll find our way. Think. So this shows us the whole passage. And that's going to allow us to go anywhere. So we'll go around. Go up first. So, we gotta our first magic spell. And I don't think there's anything. Oh, there is. That's right. Okay. Tonfa. Bam. You're a powerhouse, boy. Like the cats there. Okay, so now we go down. Get some extra cash. And that is where we go later on. Okay, so there's nothing there yet. But gotta go back. So now we'll go to the Western Tower. Boom, boom. Holy arrow. My potion. Nothing fancy up here. Monsters. There we go. That's where leveling up actually helped earlier. So we got the White Slayer, which only can equip. And we'll keep the dagger on the other hand. I don't think anybody has a preference for hands in this one. So now we'll go back down. We'll go to the right tower. That's where the princess's bedroom is. I think there's some... I'm pretty sure that there's something there we can get, like, item-wise. And then we'll go sleep in the castle quickly. Because I think you can sleep on the beds on the first floor. There we go. Or maybe you can sleep in the princess's bed. Let's all take a giant nap together in the princess's bed. Maybe it's a king-size bed and we just can't see it. Or a princess's size bed. I like that they made a note, let's all take a nap in the princess's bed. I thought you had to use, like, the canoe to get over there, but I guess not. Maybe that's just in the 3D version. So we're gonna fly over. Yep, because you can fly right here. Alright, so... we'll get the treasure chest on the bottom, the treasure chest on the top. We all gained a level. It's a good time for Ken to cast Cure. And one more on yourself. You got a potion. I gotta get out of the habit of thinking about leveling up spells. That's not how it works here. So, we got another cure. Since we have it, I'll just give it to Alex, even though it's not likely to be used, at least for not for a long time. Okay, so anybody need a cure yet? Yes, one. Okay, so... there we go. So, this is where she's going to join us. Your Highness, won't you reconsider? Please take me with you. Okay. And they had a way to talk to them in the 3D remake. Does it work here? Yeah. Wish to talk to me, turn toward me and press the confirm button. Well, it's a pleasure. Control fire, perhaps attacking with ice. Go so far along to reach my level. Also, switch came along. You're dead. Okay, that's everything. I wonder if they come into battle. I actually don't remember in the original game if they do any support moves when in battle or not. Let's see, is there anything here? So, treasure chest the bottom right, treasure chest the middle. So we'll do the bottom right first. Dungeon's a lot smaller than in the remake. So yeah, we'll use the Antarctic Wind on them. We'll heal up after this fight. And we all gained a level up. So, that. That's close enough. Okay. Stand back. I'll use my ring to banish the djinn. Nothing happened. So he's absorbed the power of darkness. Okay, so you're going to attack. You're going to attack. You're going to use Antarctic Wind, and you're going to cast Blizzard. Okay. And now you're going to cast Cure on yourself, and you're going to cast Blizzard. Well, you're going to die, so that's not going to work. You're going to do that. You are going... Yeah, we're going to use the one Phoenix down, just for the sake of... Or we win. So, won't get any experience, or she won't get, or she, Ken won't get any first. I keep thinking of white mages as female, because that's how they were always sort of portrayed. And actually the third character was supposed to be a woman in the remake, so, sorry Ken. She's gonna teleport us out. Jin's curse should be broken. We wouldn't be here without you all. I suppose we must part ways. I have duty to my father, Peter. Okay. She seems a little thirsty for all the boys. She's going to wait for all of us to return. So now, you're still dead. Yeah. Thank you, brave warrior. Steal away the Jin and save my precious Sarah. I owe you a bit of gratitude. Take this and aid you in your quest. Okay, now I have the canoe. Oh, because I have to go back now and pick up the airship. What's there? Thank you, Warriors of Light. Forget, does that actually cure death? No. Okay, so... Thank you, Warriors of Light, your heroes. The princess missed you. Her room is atop the tower. Truly heroes. Truly heroes. Let's go visit the princess and say hi. Asking for every chance she gets, she talks of nothing else. Steers about what you travel only on your way. Your Highness, come back and finish your. I'll be waiting for you. Okay. I don't think there's anything else anywhere here. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna make our way up with the canoe very quickly. Now we're gonna go back to town, revive Ken, because we're just basically carrying his corpse right now. We're gonna go to Canaan. Sid joined us. But more importantly, we gotta revive. There you go. Let's get some weapons and items. Mithril knife. 2 mithril rods. 2 mithril swords. Now let's go next door. Two of those. 2 of those. 2 of those. And 2 of those. Let's go equip everything. Nice. Finally some evasion. Pretty significant upgrade. I don't think you're able to equip anything else. Right, yeah, not yet. So, mithril bracers. Mithril. But you can have mithril knife. And you can have mithril rod. That's a pretty substantial upgrade there. And I'll sell the rest because we can always get more if we need to. Oh wait, mithril brace. Oh yeah, there's one mithril bracer for it when they changed classes back. That makes sense. Now, magic-wise, what can we get? We get fire. We already have blizzard, so that's good enough. Just mines. Oh yeah, I forgot if I go in the mines, there's... I think if I go in the mines there, I can use that passage back there, maybe? Probably somebody in here tells me. No, I've actually got enough of those items. Thinking on myself again. Hidden past mighty through deepest tunnels. To find it as far as you can. To find it, go as far as you can. Take 3 steps from the left hand side and look close to the wall. Yeah, it's that thing. I just couldn't do it. I guess it won't let you trigger it. What's he got to say? Says the name, you heard of me. Says waiting for me to get on. Maybe back to the folder, I can't get home. Can't talk to the barkeep. I'm gonna sleep for free here. And my healthy goes thanks to you, huh? I guess she must not be as pretty as she thinks she is if we're like, huh? Really? So let's go talk to this dude. Get back in a jiffy. All done. This is show appreciation now. Fixed a mithril plow. Prow? Yeah. Bust for boulders. Okay, so let's go into get the mithril items. There's stuff that we already have, but it's still going to be worth it because we can sell it after and make some money back. What do we got down here? Just a couple items, okay. Oh yeah, so just 2 mithril swords. I don't think there's anything else. But it's still stuff we can sell. I don't like that. And we all gained a level. And we'll go heal in town right before we leave. Okay. Yeah, let's go back and heal because it's free healing here. Then we'll go to the next town. We'll probably go for just about another hour. We'll see where that gets us. I won't try to go too deep into the plot yet. And then we'll come back on the weekend and record from there. Yes. Boom. And we destroyed our ship. We might have overdone it. Health nerves of steel. Let's maybe get a level. Oh, that's close. Yeah, we'll fight a couple battles, gain a level, go into town. That'll be enough to buy whatever we need in there, too. Don't turn me to stone. Okay. Getting close. And 6,000 money. Might have close to 8,000 when we gain the level. Selling the mithril swords will help a little bit too. Alright. Just gotta wait for Ken to gain the level because Ken died in that battle. Oh, not good. We're gonna flee just for the sake of not having to switch everything here. We'll do one more battle. That's what, oh, and of course, I keep forgetting that it automatically saves what the last commands were. And I missed the preemptive strike that would have made it easy. All right. So, let's go talk to some people. Suburbs of town. Okay. Let's watch the dancer. Let's watch all the dancers we can find. Da da. Be nice if that like healed you or something. What have we got now? So let's sell those mithril swords. We'll keep the mithril bracer for the time being. But nothing here that we need. Magic. Yeah. We'll get both of those. Let's go. Yeah, dash. We don't need this. Whoops. We need this, is what we need. Okay, so nothing new. So we can save some of our cash. We'll just get a few items. Oh, Dash, I'm so lonely without you, Sob. Miss you so. And then the mom says... Okay. How do we... There's something. There's something over there. How do I get over there? Oh, over here. Gold needle. Okay. One less item to buy. So... Get one of those. One of those. That's good enough for now. You got anything for me? No. Oh yeah, we're already here. So we'll go get, if I remember correctly, manipulate the wind to try to be flying monster stated. If I remember, there's... Did I hurt myself falling down the waterfall? There's the elixir. And you'd be tempted to use it for yourself, but you do hurt yourself with the waterfall. I don't remember that. God. Okay. Let's make sure there's nothing in the grass. Might be up here. Nope. You give it to Sid's wife, I believe. Glad you stopped by. You seem like I felt ill. Oh, honey, though, if only I had an elixir. There you go. There you go, Granny. Granny Sid. You went out of your way to help my husband and me. I can't thank you enough. Looks like I owe you one again. Does this mean I owe you two? Whom I know. Give this candle behind me a jiggle. It'll open the way to a hangar where I used to park the old airship. Help yourselves to anything you find down there. Now, if I say, in the original game, if you talk to him, he would jump again. Okay, he doesn't jump in again for no reason. Let's see here. Oh, and there's stuff to the right you can see. Gold needle. Phoenix down. Great bow. Is there anything else? No. So nothing I'd want to use, actually. Because I refuse to use bow and arrows, except with, in Final Fantasy IV, because you kind of have to use it with, Rosa. Now, let's go sell the crap that I don't want. I actually don't want blind. Keep the rest. Actually, let's organize the items now. It's a little easier to read. And we'll go heal. It's only 40 gil, okay. I think this might be where they introduced, like, flat rates again. Because in the last game, it was based on how much they actually had to heal you. Let's give it a save. So Blair's Bahamut. I seem to remember if you used like Game Genie codes, I think you could actually beat him. It didn't give you anything, that it continued the same, but you got experience or something. So we are going to go get the chest on the far right, then the one on top, and the one on the left. This is where the cockatrices are evil bastards. Turn you to stone. Gold needle. Preemptive strike, nice. Let's get rid of these suckers quickly. Mike's job's level 11. Okay, so we got Arrow, which is a white spell. Ken. I remember missing this on like my 3D playthrough. For whatever reason, I just forgot to go up there. So watch this. Boom. Now it's going to weaken it because it's spreading it out, but still. Huzzah. That's what I like to see. Now, we're going to quick save because I'm going to attempt to fight. We're going to attempt to fight Bomblet, maybe. Quack! 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 There's Dash. There's our boy Dash. Alright, so watch what happens if you try to fight him. You will get nuked. Hey, Bomblet. Well, you're dead. So... and we made it out. It's called Mini. I don't think I got the magic know-how anyway. So we got Mini from Dash. Geronimo. Okay, so... oh, thank God. Okay, so that battle, nothing mattered. They revived me, so that saves me a lot of trouble. Anyway, Mini is given to Ken. So in here, just for us here to draw water from the magic spring, you'll need to cast Mini in yourselves. Status restored. What's he got to say? Looks like you know what you're doing. I think will come along. So we're gonna cast Mini on everybody, and then we're gonna make sure that you get your MP healed. So now we are screwed in battle, so we're gonna save here. You gotta go down. Where is that for us? Right here. Da, 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 da. So we'll go, let's talk to our little mini friends here. Our little people friends. Move. What kind of magic are you selling in here? Fire, blizzard, sleep, thunder, poison point. And so you can get the arrow. It's a level 10. You know what? It's not a bad idea for the red mage to have it now. Let me see how much magic we got. Because you can earn 3 for each charge. Not that that's going to be super useful for me right now, but it's good to have eventually. No matter what Dr. Shelquist said, his tummy hurts. It's our only doctor. Living Woods. What have we got in here? Okay, we don't need any of your items right now. It'd be nice if I could play like a little tiny piano. Yeah, the Gnomish bread shows you... I already got 2 of them, so I don't need it, but it shows you the detailed world map. It's way more useful when you don't have access to the map like we have in this game anyway. Ready? Well, can load out a tiny ham, but now I can't use my sword because I gotta fight with magic or nothing. What is it? I think it shrinks with the defense falls to probably fall back during battles. These are... I'm not doing 3 black mages. What we are gonna do is exactly what he said. We're all moving to the back row, though. Cura, Fire Staff, a Vest, and Mithril Bracers. Is anything down here? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give Cura... No! No! To Ken. The Fire Staff, though, can Ken use that? Yes. Vest is kind of useless, though. Like... Antidote, huh? There you go. So we're gonna save because we might have to run from some of these battles or die. Quick save. We got here Mithril Bracers and a Mithril Rod. It's because they're expecting us all to turn into black mages and equip all that fun junk. We're not gonna do that. You're gonna defend, you're gonna defend. You're gonna use arrow. And you're gonna use fire. I don't like that. Okay, so... It's one down. We might gain a level down here. And then we're almost out. I don't think there's anything to equip here. We're gonna do the same exact thing. Almost. Now we can switch back. Uh-oh. We're gonna have to... Okay, we're gonna try to save that item by saving here. And we're gonna go in here. So now we're in with the Vikings Cove. I think we can heal in here. Just resting my eyes. We're Vikings. We're gonna go to sleep. So now we can recover. And you know what? We'll do it again. Just because I want that MP. What have you got to say? Okay, so you sell mini, which we've already got. No, that's enough. What are you selling? That's... that's good enough. So let's go on up. What does he have to say now? Okay, the gnome village is supposed to be around here somewhere. We already did that. Learned something new. I was just waiting for Pops, that's all. Sure as you're born, I'm the oldest Viking here. Okay, the Nepto Dragon. I never liked this because it tried to force you to... It tried to force you to be something you're not. Like, I don't want to be forced to use a specific job class. I get why they did it, but not a fan of that. Secret paths. Is there the trifecta? So doesn't have any charge spells for level 3 yet. I'm asking mine against Sea Dragon. If you give monster anything, even if I give you the Enterprise, we got a deal. I don't think there's anything else here. Might burn the Enterprise. See where the Sea Dragon will come just for us. I thought there was something else here, but I guess not. Now, we're going to save out here, and I'll show you. I wonder if they have a good animation for it. If you try to board, you can use it. Watch this. I don't think you can kill it. It's going to probably wipe us clean. Huzzah! Be funny. Actually, I should look up to see if you can actually kill it without having to fight it. But it's going to kill us anyway here, and we'll just load that last save. Yeah. So don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Got some job class. Let's go level up here. We'll have one more fight before we go in, because we have to shrink ourselves down again. One of the eyes is missing. There seems to be a passageway. So, let's use the mini spell. I know I can't use it more than once there because I don't have anything to heal. Yeah, I don't have anything that will give us more MP. So now, formation. If you look at the stats, pretty low. Anyway, let's go. Party switch through the eye socket. I think it's the one on the left. We'll see. We're actually going to run probably from all these battles that we find in here. Because I don't think Oops, that's not what I wanted. You can cast 8 of these. Well, actually... I think... Where does this one go? This is a treasure one. Serpent sword. No, we want to go to the other one. So that's going to have... more treasure chests, I believe. Yeah. Shell helm. Shell armor. I'm going to touch shells. Okay. That's going to help a bit there. We're going to run from this one. At least it's not an overly long dungeon. Oof, don't like that. Okay, so. Now we're gonna do a quick save. Do we have any items we can actually use? Nope. So you're gonna defend. You're gonna defend. I can't use that or I can't recover from... You know what? I'll use this because I can probably run away from the bad guys outside and make it back into the cave there to recover. So let's do that. Thunder? Missed. Magic. Fire, I guess. I'll keep doing this. Don't kill him. Okay, we're gonna die from this, that's fine. So what we'll do is... I don't... how are we gonna do this? Okay, so... Items. We're just gonna hope that I'm able to beat him with what I've got. I don't have any offensive items. We are gonna use the arrow. And we're gonna use arrow on you as well. Okay, so you're just going to use a potion. You're going to defend. You are going to defend. And you are going to use Blizzard. Okay, that's good. It's not going to do anything, but 1 damage still helps better than nothing. you're going to use a potion on you. You're going to attack. You're going to attack. And you're going to use Blizzard. Okay, so you can use that on him. You're going to use Blizzard. I don't have... That doesn't do anything, that doesn't do anything. So... do that. That doesn't do anything. But you'll do that. The fire staff works. No, okay, so you got 2 more charges. You are going to use that potion on him. You're going to attack. You're going to keep using your fire staff that I'm glad we picked up. Now, potion, attack. No. Fire staff. You are out, so you're going to attack as well. And we're going to kill him with 1,000 little tiny cuts. You can attack, you can attack. Oh wait, yeah. You're going to use a potion on yourself. You are going to use your fire staff. And then you are going to use another potion on him. So you're going to use a potion on him. You're going to attack. Fire stuff. It'd be funny if one of the attacks that does 1 damage is what kills him. You need that. We gotta make sure Ken stays alive. Attack. If this doesn't work, the solution is going to be to unequip that staff and have one of the other people use the staff and then have Ken actually heal everybody when need be. And it's war of attrition style. Because I'm not going back. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to attack. You are actually going to use your Cura. And you're going to attack. Use a high potion. No. Attack, attack. Here. Everybody, attack. High potion. High potion. Gotta be getting close. And you're gone. There we go. Ooh, that was kind of tense. Okay, Nepto Eye. So, I'm gonna... Do I have that Phoenix down still? Yes. 1, 2, 3. So, we used up a lot of our items. We're gonna quick save here, because we are gonna have to probably run. We're almost out of magic for everybody. So we are gonna have to flee for everything in here. Oops. So let's get out of here. Don't kill me. And then... Nepto Eye. Cool. Got the Fang of Water from the Nepto Dragon. Just causes the greatest earthquake. Keep the earth, beach police for our light. Presumed it's summer. Let's get the fudge out of here. Goodbye. Gotta run. Gotta run. Gotta get in. Gotta heal. Oh, okay. I'm not even gonna talk to anybody yet till we've gone and gone to the end. And we're gonna get a few items to replace what we used. I don't think we have to be mini anymore. We have to do Toad, I think, at one point very soon. But we'll see from there. I'll use the inn again. Okay, so let's do this. That should be good. Potion-wise, for now. Let's go talk to some people. You got guts. Anybody say anything cool? Get some real shut-eye. What's the old guy gotta say? Done. And a sage, the dragon's ire. Thank you. Okay, no other secrets there. Now if we talk to him... So the Enterprise is ours. Save time. So, where is it we can go? So from here, we can go to the town to the south. But we're actually gonna go... Before we turn off the game, we're gonna go to the castle up in the center there and find a few items that are hidden in there. Then we are actually gonna go to the south, but instead of going to that town, we are going to go to the west. Is that where we can go? Yeah. So we can't go to the inner sea yet. We'll go to the west. We'll go to the ancient town there. I think there's a boy that'll give you something if you ride a chocobo all the way around the world, so we'll do that. Whoops. Yay, new weapons that I can actually see now and use. So here's the other kingdom. Castle Argus. Anything in here directly? I think so. Is it here? Or is it here? Well, you got a ship, we can go anywhere and see anything. Visible lands. Ah, just kidding. Golgons are a sightless race that leave the culture. Till the future. Isn't King Arthur supposed to be doing something about airship engines? Here we go. And they made it a different color. That's good. Right. Thank you, money. Looks like a lot of our money troubles are over for the time being. So there's a left and a right. So we'll take the left path first. Oh. I think I know. Is it the little town that I can't get to yet that sells magic keys or something? If that's the case, once I get there, I'll have to buy a whole crap ton. So let's see what's up in here. Nothing yet, but there's something down here I can get to. Bomb fragment, Antarctic wind. Tranquilizer. Okay, so we have some emergency items to use in the event. In the event that we have trouble. Run out of MP. Healy spot. So now we'll go south and we'll go to that town to the west. Actually, we'll go to the main town first. Get you. Well, these guys are a little more powerful than I would like. We'll have to do probably a little bit of grinding. So I think the... Wait, actually, before we go there, let's go see the Gulgans at the top of the map. Let's see here. Magic. Okay, so the Gulgans are over here. Are they in a cave? Yeah, they're in a cave here. There's Leviathan, I believe. Gulgan Gulch, you should know that we Gulgans are born sightless. They're like the sages or whatever from the first game. Don't remember if they tell you anything here yet that I need to do. Living forest, yada yada. It's down in here. I'm expecting you to tell and enter the Tower of Omen to the north. Destiny awaits you, Fish. That's right, they give us Toad. Which, I believe, I should give you. Now, for the sake of all of this, I think we're going to switch your job I know it's not as good as before, but I think you're going to have more magic charges. Yeah, it's more magic charges now. So it's better. And we'll go to... Did they remove the thing where... Yeah, when you would switch jobs in the original version, you would end up... depending on the job you switch to and from, it would change the... how long it would take for you to adjust to the new job. And that would lower all your stats until it's done. And it was kind of a pain in the butt. Well, it looks like we'll gain a level before we go down to the next town. That's good. And we got plenty of money, 22 grand. Uh-oh. No, 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 that's not good. Oh, middled it. I don't want to use... Is the white mage going to save the day? Okay. So that's not great. We're going to have to go heal the town. Okay. So, they're going to run away when we talk to them. Where is... Before I talk to anybody else... No, that's not... I don't think there's anything I can do here. Maybe I can't actually heal here. So the kid runs away. It looks like there's something there. Oh, it's just cracks and everything, so we... Maybe I gotta go to Tower of Owen if the guy's right about me. My destiny waits. Please spare the child. Okay, so we're gonna leave here. I think we can go talk to the mayor. The soldier drops a banner and attacked the crest of Argus. Ice staff. Ice staff, fire staff. So, the ability to cast when needed. Guess not. Lamia scale. Vodka cider. And a high potion, so there's some stuff here. Mayor Tokola's here. Wait, you should ask him. Circulates the heart leads to store with weapons and other things. Okay. This town's needs nothing we can do to stop them. Let's go in here. Empogate Phoenix down. Is there anything else? Any other areas? So. That's good. And you got a Tonfa. And a Kenpogi. So he's finally got some gear upgrades. Because his defense was crap. That's why he was dying so quickly. So we're going to have to make it to the other village. We'll do the roundabout thingy. And that's when we're going to call it a day. So Oh, I wish I could heal in here, but I guess we can't. And I don't want to risk going further. So we'll make a new save. And we're going to basically run as fast as we can. And we're going to run away from every battle. Actually, we can maybe fight this battle. Yeah, okay. It's not too bad as long as I heal up after each battle. A couple of our characters are going to be a little ahead of the others, but it's not that big of a deal. So we get over here. Let's get to the town. No, we're going to flee from this one because we just don't have manpower right now. We'll get to town, heal up, equip anything we need to equip. Alright, so where is your healing hut? There it is. Light and Darker Living Forces. This is where they talk about the power of light and darkness and how one overflowed over the other. And doesn't mean that darkness is evil. It's just if it's overflowing with too much power, then evil can take over. The same goes with light, and that happened in the past. Okay, so we'll add one more of those. Don't think we need that. We'll need that. Don't need to buy too much more, but at least we know that this town has better items. Oh, hey! Thanks for stopping in. Just playing through the Pixel Remasters and checking out what's different. I know I'm late to the party, but we'll see. Alright, so, headband. Yup. Let's do it. Nothing there. Nope, that's right. Flame mail. Headband. Actually, I don't think... Nothing for the arms. No. Mage robe. Mage robe. Okay. Let's sell the other crap. Don't want you. Don't want you. I don't want that. Who cares? Nah. What else we have here? Let's get some spells, and we'll go over to the left and get the weapons. Oops. We'll talk to that kid, because I think he offers you something for riding a chocobo around, if I remember correctly. Spade with detail map. Do I have all 3 spells on that? No, that's what we'll get. Okay. We'll get teleport. And we got those already. Okay. Bam. Nice. What does this dude say? Anything? Yeah, okay. Loading in the air, we already know that. Righto. Let's go over. Anybody back there? No. Let's see here. I've already got a serpent sword, I think, on the one. But I can have 2. Those are all the same. Okay. And we'll sell what I don't need. We'll get one of those lights. Because that way, even if I run out of MP, we can cast lightning. I'll give you a prize if you do. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that now. I don't have any skull greens for the fat chocobo, but all right. So let's go all the way around the continent, and he'll give us something. And I guess this was here to show you that you could do it, or give you an idea of the scope of this map, but I don't think there's anything else I can go to until I can get to the outer area by going through that tower. Because that town is where you get those keys, I think, the magic keys to unlock the doors in that Argus Tower and some other spots. Nothing over there. Okay. That's just about it. And he flew off and fell off the mountain and died. So, here we go. What are you going to give me? You actually went and did it. You made it all the way around the continent of chocolate. Here's your prize. And it was crap. Amish bread. Oh well. Let's see here. Well, I'll get another chocobo so we don't have to fight on the way back. And let's go over here. And we're going to go to that tower. And I think I was going to stop playing, but, you know, we'll do the tower. And then we'll call it a night and consider that the first part of this game. And we'll hop on either probably later today after get some rest, because it's almost 1:45 in the morning already. But in the meantime, we should be able to get through that dungeon. Righto. Good, some level ups. Alright, so. Antidote. Antidote. That's probably good enough. Let's give it a save. Okay, so. Let's just race over there. Okay. Ooh. Might have to do some leveling. We'll see. We got... Oh, that's not great. Okay, well, I know we've got... We have... Phoenix down. See about that. We'll use Toad. at least I know now I can switch back. Alright. What do we got here? If you like it here, it should be your final resting place. That was creepy. Okay, let's go up. What have we got here? Anything? One chest. Okay. Maiden's Kiss. And nothing here. Here, we got one chest. And now he remembers he's an ancient. Tear thing. What is that? Can use it. Only the red mage? Yeah, I'm not switching back to red mage. Is there a tile I can slip through? Didn't switch on the 5th floor. It's on the wall of the 8th. Wait, it's on the wall of the 8th section from the left. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one? Oh, no. Not good. We're gonna run from this battle. On the 5th. There we go. Ah, I do not like back attacks. So the Maiden's Kiss. Nothing else here. Okay, now we can attack. Let's get some chests. Herbs, bomb fragment. All right, level up, and we have Echo Herbs. Okay. Oh, and I got one of them back. That's always good. not too much, so we'll go up first. Flame mail. Already got that. Okay. I'll have to use that for sure. Let's use an echo herb. You can silence him all you'd like. Alright, so. Salaman sword. Sword infused with the power of flame casts fire when used in battle. Zeus's Wrath. Okay, so quick save. We'll use potions so we don't use magic. Yeah, let's see what happens. I, Medusa, will destroy the power in the name of Zan. Continent will plummet from its place in the skies. Hee hee hee. You will not interfere, now die. Alright. So, you attack, you attack, you... attack. Or wait, you... Zeus's Wrath? Let's use up the items first. Attack, attack. Bomb fragment. Any other... Wait. You... Light staff, and then you... Bomb fragment. That wasn't really worth it. Now you're going to cast that. Bomb fragment. Cast again. I think we used everything. So now you are going to use Bizarro. Bam, that was pretty easy. Yeah, now he's gonna somehow jump in the fire to stabilize it. Yes, let's stop the fire from being real bad by jumping right in the middle of the cauldron. Pour one out for your homie. Okay, so before we stop, we'll go to that town over here. Get a bunch of keys to unlock some doors. And we'll get a couple level ups in the process. Here we go. Okay, what magic can we get here? Code mini Libra. Do I want? No. Maybe. This is ice damage. Okay, we want one of those. Yeah. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. So. Libra. Sell the crap we don't want. Okay. No, yeah, you're not worth really holding on to. We don't need the tranquilizer. Cool. See if we can find anything hidden in the grass. Maybe. So, don't touch his veggies. Salt greens. Yeah, for the fat chocobo. Let's go say hi to our chocobo friends. Anything here? Okay, you got one of the keys. Two of them. So we got the two that you need for the castle, but there we go. Key salesman. Oh, what's that? You want to get all the keys that you're way more than you're ever going to use? Yes, I would. I would like that very much. Thank you. Just in the crazy off chance. There's the revival area. Anything here? Narp. Oh, okay. Well, let's go to the inn. Alright, let's watch her dance. And then we'll play the piano and see if I sound any better. It's better. It is better than the first town. Yep, 120 bucks. Let's do it. Oh, he just sells Castell Greens, okay. So I'll have to replenish. Nothing really yet. We should go... I should probably go back to Canaan before, right at the very end before we go and save before the end of the night. That way we make sure we have enough items for the next dungeon. Oh, that's not good. So, looks like we gotta use a Phoenix down. I just don't want to use a bow and arrow and be in the back row. I hate it so much. Level up there. Oops. So let's go to the castle there and get the items up from inside of it. Okay. Alright, cool. So, magic key. Down. Ice helm. Good. Don't think there's anything else on this side. Nope, okay. Magic key. Book of fire. Book of light. Scholar's robe. Ice. Fire arrow. That's for the scholar. But they can equip that. And that's going to help a bit. You don't need the scholar if you have Libra. That's why I was hesitating to get it, because scholar kind of sucks and they force you to use it one time in this game. Same with when you have to use the Dragoon the one time. Oh, there is a secret. Oh no, I already did it. Okay. So, we are... What are we going to do next? Oh, wait, that's right. Next is the Viking. So we're going to go to the Viking town. And that's where we'll save and call it a night. We did the first crystal. that was powerful. Let's save here quickly. Because we'll initiate what we have to do next, and then we'll call it a quit. Lally ho. Fished horns are carved out of ice. The conniving thief stole one, the scoundrel. He ran off. So, what do I have? Flame mail. There's ice mail. Yeah, we'll get one just in case. He's got a Kenpo V, okay. Weapons. We got a second one of those. We're gonna get a second one of those. Now we're getting kind of low on money. But that's all it is. Actually, wait. 60? Okay, he's not there yet where he can... Let's sell some crap. Actually, wait. What does the... We'll hold on to that just in case. You know what? Get rid of you, get rid of you. That's good enough. How much is it? 80, okay. What are you selling? Yep. 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 Okay. We're out of money, but we have all the potions we could need. Let's down this way again. Oh, yeah, okay, so that's where we have to go next. We're not going to do that today. What's down here again? A boulder blocks the way. Okay. Oh, and is this where you revive? Yeah. So, actually, you know what? It's not that late. A quick save here. We'll go do it. We're going to turn ourselves into toads and go in. Alright. Toad. Boom. And now we're switching back, because screw that. And what do we have? Okay, so, down and over, and there's a chest. Little needle. That's down here. So 3 chests and then only one way out. Okay, good. I'm still, like, constantly on edge from playing FF2 the last few days. And, like, everywhere having dead ends and bad level design and overall crazy, just a crazy overall design of all the dungeons with everything having dead end rooms. Okay, we're already there. That's easy enough. You know what? Okay, so here, 1, 2. Quick save. Stay back, get away from the horn if you want to keep living. And what are you gonna do? Arrow. Lazaga. You're going to use Zeus's Wrath. Pandara? You're going to use Kira? Pandara. Wrath. Poison. Thunder. All right. And we got the Horn of Ice. We are going to cast Teleport. Here we go. Now he's going to take them both. So let's go and sleep. I think we're good. And what are they saying? Nothing special, so we'll go out. I think we're probably powerful enough to go do this, and then we'll have the second crystal done. Really? I guess we can call the Fat Chocobo for fun. Hey, big boy. What should I give him? Nah, we're not going to give him anything. Sorry, buddy. Okay, so, chest top left. Yeah, oh, wait a minute. Oh, and I got 99 potions. Okay, good. Oh, that's not going to do great. I'm going to have to get a different sword soon. Ooh. I don't have any, do I? No, okay, so. That's okay. Alright, wind. Okay, so we don't want to use magic at all if we can avoid it until we get down further. Are we not get hurt in here? Oh. One floor done. Okay. 3 chests. We'll go to the bottom right, bottom left, then go to the top. Okay, we are going to run from this battle, though. Bottom right. There we go, freezing blade. So, that's going to help with the damage in here. Okay, so you get damage from the waterfalls. And then we go to the top left. Floor 2 done. So we gotta go through, there's gonna be a hidden passage up there. But we'll go to the bottom here first. We got a potion. Oof. Oh, that's not great. Okay, so, actually, sort, Phoenix down, high potion. There's something there? No, I guess not. Alrighty. Let's heal up. Okay, quick save. Okay, so you use that, you do that, you raising energy wind, you're gonna do Blizzaga. Yep. And then you're gonna use Blizzara. Heal yourself. Cura. Blizzara. Don't kill me. Oh. Spoke too soon. You were going to use Phoenix down. You were going to use Blizzara. Attack, you are going to use Cura, and then you are going to use Blizzard. Oh. Okay, you're going to attack. Okay, I might have to try this battle one more time. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, so at least we'll know what we're dealing with. A little bit of ice, a little bit of water. That's it? No HP information? Well, okay, let's try this again. Yeah, okay, so what? Okay, so I need to equip that because it's resistant to flame. Her. So we are going to put you in the back row. That might help a little bit. Okay. We'll try saving one more time here. And if we can't beat them, then we might exit and we'll see what happens. Okay, so wait. No, I want to actually attack with you. We're going to use that on you. We're going to use the Antarctic Wind and Blizzaga. Actually, wait. Potion on himself. Antarctic Wind. Blizzara. Okay. So. Phoenix down. Blizzara. Okay, no, that's not good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to exit, go back to the town, because we know it's not that hard to get back here. And we'll see, is there something else we can be doing? We'll check what armors and stuff we can buy. So... not much I can change that way, but maybe the defensive... we can... let's... wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's change your job. To the Red Mage. So he can't equip that. Okay, so I'll have to make him a warrior as well. So that... Equip that. He can have that. As well as... that. Huh. I've already got a Salaman sword for him, so... Give him an ice shield, an ice helm. That. So maybe... for the sake of... I'll get nice shield again. I know that brings it down, but that'll actually help a little bit. So... what happens if we switch you back to the red mage? Okay, he can equip that. I don't want any of these anyway. Okay. Wait, or can he equip the armor? No. Okay, so... we'll go over and get the non-elemental thing. So... no. We will sell some... no. Nah. Okay, so let's equip the stuff first. Okay, ice shield, mithril bracers, mage robe, ice helm. How much is that thing? $2,000? Okay, we'll put you back in the front row. And we'll sell a couple more of those keys, because I'm not going to use all of them for sure. So he's got one Blizzaga, so it's one less, or two less Blizzara, but more robust character. Let's... sell one of those. Okay. Next down, we still got those. Okay. That'll do. Let's go back in the dungeon, and we'll see if we can do it from here. we should be able to level up on the way through it a little bit as well. It won't give us our more spell charges because we don't have any ethers or anything, but... Oh, did I not equip him with anything? I'll have to do that now. Oh, I did. Just don't have that. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. It's down to the left, yeah. And we'll attack and see what happens. Let's look at us some job levels too. Where was it again? Over and down. Alright, level up. Now. Okay. Quick save. If that doesn't work, I'll change the red mage back to a black mage, and we'll see if we can actually get through this. Okay, attack. Attack. Actually, wait. You are going to give him that. You are going to Antarctic Wind. And you're going to Blizzaga. Oh my god, that's... It missed? I don't like how spells can miss in this game. Alright, so you're gonna do that. You are gonna heal everybody. And you're gonna Blizzaga. Antarctic Wind. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change it back to a black mage. let's try this again. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the job classes back to where they were. Okay. And we're going to do the job class for you back to where you were. Oops. And yeah, we have less charges than we would have, but we'll see. Formation, put you back there. Attack. Actually, wait. Yeah, okay, so attack. Like a cider. Arctic Wind. Saga. Okay, you're gonna have to use Cura after this. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay. Alright, so, Cura, all of y'all. Is our, Good. Good. Thank God she healed fast here. And we'll have to do that again. We'll have to... Okay, he's way more powerful than anything else in here. So we're gonna... It's already been 3 hours. I wanted to stop the stream, but you know what? We're gonna do... I'm not gonna leave it unfinished here. So... in the need for not wanting it to be unfinished, we are gonna switch back the jobs here. Optimal. Optimal. Information, you're going to the back row. We are going to go down here. We are going to quick save. And we are going to equip you. Yeah. And we are going to run around like a madman here. And we are going to level up. We'll actually move them. Oh. Okay, that's a level up. But we're gonna... Gold Needle. Move you to the front row. And we are gonna level... What are we level right now? We're level 16, 17... We'll see if we can get to level 19. I don't think it would be necessary to go to level 20. But we'll see. And we'll try to use just items. Okay. almost all level 17, but... Okay. That's a level up. Okay, so we're all at 17. So, let's go to 18. Already at job level 30 for the night. Almost leveled up to 18 with Alex there. Okay, so more HP, but a little bit of everything. That's good. Gone up, that's good. The next guy should pop in one battle or two. fragment. Okay, so a little bit of everything. Might only be about 5-10 more minutes. Or basically we'll go until, I guess, I run out of potions. Okay, so you've gone up, your intellect has gone up, it's going to help with your casting. Crap. Okay, we'll save here. We're out of those. Let's see. It's close. Let's go with that. Just probably 3 fights or so for most of them. Only stamina went up and health. Okay, that's not great. But everybody else hopefully has a better level up. Okay, that's a better level up for you. Okay. This should give us all level up for the last two guys. And if we can't beat the boss here, then we just go to town and heal, and by the time we get back, that should be enough to strength up. Okay. Oh my god, okay. There we go. Stamina, a little more health. Okay, so we'll go back in here. We're going to use your magic. Full formation. Quick. There we go. Okay. You're gonna do the vodka cider. You are gonna use Antarctic Wind. You're gonna use your Blizzaga, which hopefully won't miss. Okay, so that's good. You can attack. Now you've got to use Cura. You're going to use Blizzara. And you got to use Blizzara again. Antarctic Wind, Cura, Blizzara. Okay. Wait, no, you're gonna use a high potion. You're gonna use Cura. You're gonna use Blizzard. Got him. Okay, yeah, sweet. So we just had to be just a little bit more powerful. So now let's go to talk to the crystal. Ranger, Knight, Thief, and Scholar. We're not going to use Scholar. We're... let's see here. I think it just says the same thing. Where's light for help you? There we go. Okay, so, jobs. Now we are switching to the Knight. And then you can only use the bow and arrow. Alright, let's do the thief. We'll get him. That's all we've got. That'll work. Okay. We don't want anything else. Let's get out of here. So, let's go here. Where's the light? You need to help us. What happened? Oh, it's that little town. We gotta go back there. Well, that's gonna be for the next episode or next stream. Here, you can have this key as a thank you. Alright, it's gonna moonwalk down. Alright, let's equip. Knight armor. Gauntlets. And a heroic shield. No. For gloves. Scholar hat. Scholar robe. And let's go see if we can equip anything to our thief here. No, so we're just gonna switch back to the... As I thought, it's not worth it. And what we'll do is we'll sell... I don't want this. No. Okay, so now we can go restock our items. We're gonna be crazy like that. So we're gonna get out of here. And we are gonna ride to the southern continent, or southern part of the continent. But we will we'll save, and that's what we're gonna call it a day. Just so we know that we're ready to go. All right, so that's it. We'll be back later today or tomorrow with the next part where we're going to take on the floating castle and move on to the next part where we leave this part of the world. So thanks for coming and watching. Hope you had a good time, and yeah, we'll continue on with these Pixel Remaster games, and the journey has just begun here.